Hello whisky lovers around the world. Jock here from Scotch.m4v, and here in my whisky room with two good mates of mine. And one of them is Sietse Offenka here from the Netherlands.
Oh, yeah.
And Mark Giesler. And Mark, what could you tell us, for the people that view the blog, what do you do? What's your function? What's your job?
Yeah, I'm living in the Highlands the last 5 years, and I'm a trained mashman and stillman and warehouseman at Glenturret, Scotland's oldest distillery, oldest working one, also known as the famous Grouse experience.
Great stuff. And here in the Netherlands, where I live, Sietse himself here, he's got a little bit to do with this. What's your function here, Sietse?
Alright, that's a good question. I work as brand ambassador for the famous Grouse and Highland Park and Macallan, but in this case tonight it's all about the Grouse.
It's all about the Grouse, because Mark here, he brought us a lovely present. Now tell us about this, Mark. What do I have here? What is this?
That's, we call it the Naked Grouse. It's the newest breed of the Grouse family, and it's actually just available in the UK, as the back label says. No, it's just available in the UK, and for the moment we don't know any further. And it's a blended Scotch. The base might be similar to the normal famous Grouse that you all know. What's about the blending? That's of course, like with every blending of famous Grouse, top secret of our
Big
master
secret.
blender, Gordon Motion. But what's so fantastic about that stuff, we call it actually Naked Grouse, because as you see, we don't need any label, because we want that the bottle talks about the color. If you can put that a wee bit up for the light, is we just have a neck label with all the important informations, like percentage and the contents, of course, alcohol, ABV, and the contents. And yeah, what's so fantastic about it, as I said, might be very similar to the normal famous Grouse blended Scotch, but all what makes it so special is all the single malts inside, used from all the distilleries we've got in the group. That's Glenturret, Highland Park, Macallan, Glenrosses, and there might be, as I can imagine, still Tamdhu in it, are all coming from first fill sherry casks.
And as we all know, first fill sherry casks give an awful lot of colour. As opposed to American casks, this is not an American cask, what you can see in front of us just now, but it's quite similar to an American cask, and it's which doesn't give all that much colour. That can make the whisky ending up looking like white wine, even American casks. Sherry casks give a lot of colour. The Quercus robur, the European oak. On top of that, these casks have been filled with sherry, and not only any sherry, but it's the first fill, you know, not for the second time. Now, I'll make this wonderful noise that we all love to hear.
Get the air out.
Oh, get the...
There we go. Nice going,
There
Joe.
we go, eh?
Here we go.
Now, Sietse, there you go, my friend.
Thank you very much.
And Mark. Now,
Thanks very much. The bottle travelled a long way today.
yeah, today it came all the way
Yesterday
from
and
Scotland.
today.
Mark brought it with him all the way from Scotland. Oh, wait a minute, I've been a bit too liberal with myself.
No, it's okay.
Well, sorry about that.
We know who you like best.
Oh,
Thanks
sorry.
very much.
Now,
We'll take the rest.
I am a virgin, people, a virgin to this bottle, and so we're going to be tasting this together. Now, the bottle has no label, as Mark was telling us. It doesn't need a label because it speaks for. That's what makes it the Naked Grouse. No label on it, no clothes on. The grouse is totally and utterly naked. The colour speaks for itself. It's got a beautiful engravement on the glass. I'll come up to the camera. I'll actually go right up to the camera and see if you can see it. Can you see that? See that lovely thing of the grouse on the bottle? Beautiful colour to it. Now the colour is like very, very strong tea in the bottle, in case any of you can't see it. Now I've put it down here and the camera can't see it because we're going to talk about the whisky. Going to get my nose into it here and talk about it with these lads. Now, What is the alcohol, Mark? What's the alcohol by volume?
40%.
It's 40%.
40%,
Yeah.
right, yeah.
40% ABV. And as I said before, I like actually the idea not having a label and doesn't confuse the consumer, because we just want to be, we just want to have that the consumer focus on the color of that blend, because it's a blended Scotch. Actually, yeah, it's a normal Grouse, but just the first sherry casks, first filled sherry casks, make it so special.
And this whiskey doesn't need any clothes on to show its particular value.
Exactly.
It's nothing else to present but its own colour, and of course after you open it, its own nose and taste.
Now, Sietze, what do you smell? What's the first thing you smell?
Well, it's when I introduce this whiskey to my nose, is what comes out to me is a typical famous Grouse character. So we've got the fruitiness, definite sherry fruitiness that's been emphasised in this blend, and that's what I found amazing if you would put it next to famous Grouse Finest. Yeah,
and of course the famous Grouse is the most popular whiskey which is drunk in Scotland itself.
Number one in Scotland for 30 years.
There we are. And the nose to me, even though you say so, Sietze, I can really smell an awful lot of the sherry. It's a little bit like, for those of you who live in Great Britain, the United Kingdom, you'll know the chocolate called Fry's Turkish Delight. It's chocolate with a sort of jello in the inside.
Yeah, raisins as well.
Yeah, which I can smell.
That's the fruitiness.
There we go, chocolate and raisins.
And it's got a wee bit of the smokiness at the back.
Yeah,
indeed.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
but not of, just a hint.
Yeah, just a hint. Just a hint.
Just as much as you need in a blend like that.
Yeah, not like the Black Grouse, but the
no. It's absolutely different. Yeah.
A lot of sherry. Now we'll have a wee taste of it. Eh? Now, my goodness, it's like chocolate. This is a blend, ladies and gentlemen, whiskey lovers.
Blended Scotch.
Blended Scotch, and it can compete with a decent quality single malt Scotch. Now, for those of you that are going to watch this blog, I'll leave it on the internet for as long as whatever. But actually, today it's the 16th, is it, of December? 17th of December.
15th.
No, 15th.
Oh, yeah, okay. And so the 15th of December, and you know, it's nearly Christmas. If you're wanting to treat yourself, you guys in the UK, luckily for us guys sitting here, YouTube has sent me an email telling me that I can put up videos as long as I like. So we'll be talking about it. And this
battery is down.
Oh, the battery's down. Well, okay, we'll talk until the battery shuts off. And
we see you in 2 hours.
The camera woman is signing to us now. I understand what she's trying to say. The taste that can compete with a lot of really very decent single malts.
So rich.
Fry's Turkish Delight, rich, chocolatey, and a little bit nutty even. Eh?
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, will we try it with a little bit of water, boys? Anybody want a wee drop of water?
Just get a wee drop, aye, thanks.
Mark, a wee drop of water.
Aye.
There you go.
Go on, boy.
And
Cheers.
for myself. There you go. Oh, smashing, eh?
Now it gets better and better because the sweetness now
it just
comes
opens up, eh?
Out, opens up, gets
and the
close with the sherry notes.
Viscosity, if we turn this wee glass around and look through it, you just see it syruping down the glass. Ladies and gentlemen, whiskey lovers, from the whiskey room of Scotch and Folk, we're talking about the native grouse, listen to me, the Naked Grouse, along with the man who helped to make it, and along with his great brand ambassador here in the Netherlands, and from us in Holland, if you just let me pass you by there, Mark, from us here in Holland, talking about the Naked Grouse, there you go, eh? From us.
Wait, I cover it.
Aye, you put your...
And from us here in the Netherlands, happy Christmas and a good new year to Slán Shiva!
Slán Shiva! All the best!
Aye.
Lang may your lumrik!